The story is changing, it's evolving as well. So, we'll continue to keep you updated on the current situation. But it is indeed pretty dire. I want to thank Ian Bishop joining us on his birthday from India, and Darren Ganga joining us from Trinidad and Tobago, Andrew Seeley, of course, here in the studio. We want to continue to hear from you. Please continue to send us your thoughts as this crisis continues, and we look forward to seeing how it's going to end, if it does. I'm Barry Wilkinson. That's it for another edition of Master United Insurances in Line and Length. On to next week. Bye-bye for now.
Bringing Barbadian Live to you.
We are TV8.
Good afternoon, I'm Shane Seeley with the CBC News Break. Students at the University of the West Indies Cave Hill campus will get their bursaries. This assurance from the Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs, Chris Sinclair, who lamented the fact that correspondence on the issue between his ministry and the Education Ministry made it into the public domain. He made the comment during a press conference yesterday at government headquarters.
When this issue was broached, we indicated to the ministry that we would support bursaries as long as the ministry can identify savings within their budget to pay for those bursaries, because there was no new money in the Ministry of Finance to give to that particular cause. I am confident, and I have been advised, that the ministry, by the minister himself, no less a person, has identified where those savings will come from, and will be making the necessary, or have in fact made the necessary recommendation to the Ministry of Finance for approval.
The Finance Minister, however, did not give a specific time frame for the disbursement.
I can't tell you when, but so long as they have identified where the savings are coming from and they have the money available to them, they can go ahead and start anytime that they so desire.
Positive signs for the local dairy industry and farmers. News is that they could soon be asked to boost production to meet increased demand from the Pine Hill Dairy. Confirmation of this from the Chief Executive Officer of the Barbados Agricultural Society, James Paul. He says that's the feedback he's been receiving.
Recent meetings with Pine Hill Dairy, there appears to be more buoyance in the market, and farmers will be asked to increase production in order to meet an improving market in the near future. There, however, needs to be a long-term strategic approach to the development of the dairy industry, recognizing that it plays a critical role to the achievement of food security for Barbadians.
Speaking at the BAS annual general meeting, Mr. Paul also revealed that a proposal has been made to the Ministries of Agriculture and Finance for the implementation of a CESS program. He says it's an effort to provide a greater level of financial support for the local dairy industry.
Under the system, it is proposed that a cess be placed on both local and imported milk products to be remitted to the local producers to facilitate the development of local production. This system is completely compatible with WTO regulations, as it does not discriminate between local and imported milk. It, however, provides the badly needed funds to facilitate the development of the local dairy industry, hence providing an additional avenue for the employment of Barbadians.
3 men have been remanded to Her Majesty's Prison at Dodds after facing the court on a number of aggravated burglary charges. They are 25-year-old Raymond Ricardo Callender of number 3 Grisette's New Road, St. Michael, 33-year-old Dwayne Alistair Dial of 4th Avenue, Hearts Gap, Christchurch, and 30-year-old Roland Humphrey Marshall of St. Matthias Road, also in Christchurch. The men appeared at the District E Holtown Magistrates Court last evening, charged for a number of burglaries which reportedly occurred between April and October this year. Police say Callender's charges include 3 counts of aggravated burglary, one of these committed at Bab's Minimart at Dalles Road last Monday. Now, Callender is also charged with 2 counts of wounding, use of a firearm, illegal possession of a firearm, and unlawful possession of a quantity of ammunition. Police say the men are expected to reappear at the District A Magistrates Court on November 3rd and again at the Whole Town Magistrates Court on November 24th in connection with the charges. Now, Barbados is reporting some success with respect to tobacco control. Preliminary results from a report conducted last year show a further decline in adult consumption. Minister of Health John Boyce made the revelation at a training workshop on tobacco control for CARICOM states at the Pan American Health Organization. Overall, he is pleased with the results and saluted all that are involved in the fight.
This decline is no doubt the result of relentless efforts of pioneers such as Dr. Tony Gale of the Barbados Cancer Society, along with the Heart and Stroke Foundation, the National Council on Substance Abuse, the National Committee for the Prevention of Alcohol and Drug Dependency, the National Non-Communicable Disease Commission, and faith-based organizations, and of course more recently our private sector ally in Barbados, the Healthy Caribbean Coalition, who along with the Ministry of Health in Barbados have been doing tremendous work in this entire area.
Now, though there has been a high degree of compliance to the ban on smoking in public places and the sale of tobacco products to minors, Mr. Boyce says efforts do not stop there.
The Cabinet of Barbados has already approved a request from the Ministry of Health to amend the health services legislation to regulate the e-cigarette, and a draft of the legislation has been presented to the Ministry for our review. It is expected that this amendment, along with the legislation to adopt the CARICOM standard on packaging and labeling of tobacco products, will be ready for consideration early in 2015 and will strengthen our national response to tobacco control.
In the meantime, the Director of the Non-Communicable Diseases and Mental Health at PAHO, Dr. Anselm Hennis, says there has been a renewed commitment by Caribbean states on tobacco control. He's telling them the solution to tobacco is in their hands as they act to reverse the onset of NCDs.
The Framework Convention on Tobacco Control, including instruments such as the guidelines recently approved on tobacco taxation, present a blueprint for countries to reduce both the supply and demand for tobacco. 180 countries in the world have ratified the convention, committing to protect the health of their populations by joining the fight against the tobacco epidemic. I congratulate member states present for having ratified the convention and being part of this ongoing fight.
We'll take a break here and come back with the top regional and international stories.
I sent a text to the economic program, and then I got a call saying that I was a winner